Hi, welcome to this video on measuring sort of spicy mayonnaises and spicy kind of sort of more viscous samples. So at ZP and on at Food Sense we do talk a lot about measuring chili powders and chili oils and chili peppers. And this is actually a sort of a different end of the scale really, because it's still a food product, but it's much, I would suggest, much milder than sometimes what we're normally doing. So I am going to describe, in front of me I actually do have the hardware, and I'll just kind of go very quickly to the hardware, but then I want to cut back and actually talk about how I actually prepared this sample, which is something I will discuss now. So what I did was I took some of this, it's quite viscous, squirted out a little blob. I then weighed out 0.055 grams of that. I knew this would be quite mild. By the way, the app, there's an app, the Food Sense app, will actually, if I over dilute, it would have told me to that I'd over diluted anyway. So, but just instinctively, I thought it would be fairly mild. So I just diluted it, did a 1 in 10 dilution. So I weighed out 0.495 milliliters of the buffer, and I've been following the suggestions of, we've got an excellent guy in Australia who's been giving me some little advice, and I'm advising myself and a potential client on this. So we did, I vortexed it, so I do have a little vortex here, so I gave it a little vortex, and if I'd had a centrifuge, I may have decided to centrifuge it as well. I'll just hold it up to the camera now. It's quite an emulsion. It doesn't matter, by the way, it's an emulsion. This is the wonderful thing about the kind of science that we do at ZP. Generally, we're testing things in blood. So this is actually, blood is not a particularly clean sample. So we're kind of used to not dealing with super clean samples. So this ended up being an emulsion. But that doesn't really cause us too much harm. So what I'll now do is I'll just change cameras for a second. So I've got the hardware in front of me. So I've got some of these chili sensors here. I'll just take one off. I'll put it onto the device itself. So that clicks in like that, and that has made contact with it. I'll get the sample. Just going to take out 50 microliters of the sample. As I say, it's there we are. I'll just take it out. It doesn't have to be clear and transparent. I'll take this out. I'll put this onto the sensor like that. What I'll now do is just fire up my phone again, because this is driven by a app on my phone. So my phone's in Bluetooth connection with this. I'll basically just there's a little green button at the bottom that says kind of go to assay. So I'll go to assay. It's a 1 in 10 dilution, so I know that's a little bit I'm going to tell it that it's a 1 in 10 dilution, so I say yeah, it's 1 in 10, and then I'll just hit and now what it's doing is it's running the assay in real time, and what it's going to do is it's going to give me a result back on my phone, and it will also put the result up into the cloud. So if you're running a kind of, if you're a manufacturer, I mean, so for example you're Heinz and you're making this kind of mayonnaise, it will actually put the raw signal, the actual result that the phone records, my details, so I'm the operator, and the time and date as well, so you get a good traceability on that. I'm just going to have a quick glance at that. So it's come back at 1647 Scoville heat units, and it also says that the upload is complete. So what I will just do there is just click done, and I will just change screens for a second. So let me just change to because what this is now is it's a cloud database system where every time we do a result for example, all the results actually go up to the cloud. So I can click in here now. This is the last experiment that I did. I can see my results here, and I can see my Scoville heat unit as well. I can also see all my details and time and data also saved up there. So if I was to summarize what we have done, we have taken a small mass of the sample, we diluted it what's called 1 in 10 dilution. I vortexed it. If I had a centrifuge, I may have centrifuged it, but it wasn't completely necessary. I put that emulsion on the sensor, then ran it, get my result, and my result goes up to the cloud. And as I say, the system doesn't mind these slightly cloudy samples. This is because we're using electrochemical techniques as opposed to things like optical techniques. So I'd say if you've got any questions of ZP regarding this kind of technology, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Okay, thanks very much.